me for a day in my life. I start most of my mornings at 3 a.m. not because I'm like some weird morning, like wake up early, gets the bird worm type of a guy, mostly because this is the only time I can gym and it gives me time, later on in the day to spend with my wife and my son. So this is my usual morning routine. Wake up early as hell to go to the gym. So what do I mean by layoff season, right? My company's been in the process of merging since the beginning of the year, and what that means is every week we keep hearing about new layoffs, like new people just getting fired, and it's kind of interesting, right? It's an interesting environment because you might be messaging someone and like the next week they're no longer there. And sometimes you check your own computer, you're like, hey, am I still able to log in and everything? And the question is am I worried or what am I doing about things? And it's kind of right now, nothing. I'm kind of waiting and seeing. I assumed I was safe because our team is pretty lean to begin with. We're a product team of about 13 people. And then more and more people keep quitting because they're worried. So there's less people on the team, which means more work for me and I'm hoping that kind of makes me more valuable because I'm taking other people's work, so please don't lay me off while I'm still looking for other stuff. But who knows, right? It's random and you won't know, but I had a conversation with my director the other day and he basically told me I'm one of the 2 people that's safe out of my team, which is, I don't know if that makes me feel better. But regardless of how I feel, I still gotta work. I still gotta keep applying. I still gotta keep interviewing. Actually, I have an interview today later on, but yeah. We just work as we work, I guess. One of the cool things I'm actually looking forward to today is I think I'm gonna fully commit to Claude. I've been using ChatGPT for about 2 years. Now the question is, why am I switching? 1, to distract me, because who knows what's going on right now. And then 2, because I wanna try this out, right? I'm not a really technical person, but I'm hopefully more technical than your average daily consumer. So it's interesting because there's constantly new updates, new AIs, new stuff coming out that it's hard to kind of keep up. But one thing with Claude that really caught my attention is the co-work feature. As a product manager, there's nonstop messages, nonstop emails, nonstop Slacks. So to kind of have that co-work feature of hooking up to my computer and then, organizing everything for me every day would help, but we'll see. Anyways, it's right now 5:32 a.m. I normally start my work hours are pretty much nonstop, but my meetings, normally I plan them from around 9:30, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. But usually around this time I get on, I look at all the messages, the fires over the weekend, especially because it's a Monday morning. I look at everything that's been happening over the weekend, any messages that I missed, any emails that I missed, if anything big came up, and I kind of start running all my automated reports. I start, there's a lot of Slacks and emails that I schedule to send Monday morning, 8 a.m. PST. So I'll have those go out, or at least I'll review those before they go out. And then, yeah. I think one thing that's key to note is that I'm PST while my company is mostly EST. We're deploying a new feature for our app that's going live. Well, we're testing in a dev environment and then we'll move to a prod environment hopefully later this week, but we're testing at an actual location on the East Coast. So right now I'm just kind of waiting for our engineers to deploy the code, and then from there I have a team that's testing. We'll see if this works, and if it works, that's cool. If it doesn't, that's also cool. So it's now 6 o'clock. This is when my wife wakes up. I prep her breakfast, I get her lunch ready for work, I wake up my son, make him breakfast, and then drop them off. Well, today's different. Zane's not getting dropped off today, he's chilling with me, so. Look who's awake, say hi. Normally you don't wake up this early, it's 6:33. You should be up by I guess around this time because we leave the house by 7, but now that he's awake, I changed his diaper, put some clothes on, gonna let him play before I make some breakfast. You know, I've never actually tried to roll a burrito with one hand, but we've been on a bean fix lately because Giselle's, making sure she gets her fiber in, so she's her, little fiber queen and not a constipated queen. But yeah, so today's lunch for her is going to be bean and burrito. Wait, how are you standing up right now? Yeah? Oh. Not bad. 2 bean and cheese burritos for her, plus all the other snacks I'm gonna make for her breakfast. Time to get your breakfast ready now, right? You're staying home with me today. Your auntie's gonna come. I think actually, let's give you some breakfast now. We're gonna go for yogurt packet. He's been loving these lately. Oh, here you go. So, he's pointing at his little sit-down spot on the floor, so let's give him some breakfast. All right. So, what's the opinion on showing your baby on social media, right? I know it's a little late for me to ask that, as my child's on the camera right now. For us, I mean, we use social media a lot, so I feel like it's natural that he'd be on it, but also, I feel like after a certain age, these kind of videos that I kind of make for my personal memory, my personal use, after a certain time, I feel like I'm gonna stop including him in these videos once he's more kind of conscious and aware of it, and just wait for the time where he's, when he's like aware of it and can make a decision of whether or not he wants to be a part of these kind of things. But for me right now, I like doing this because it's my like way to look back and get memories, look at these memories essentially, because this kid is growing up so fast, so quickly, and it's like, I feel like just the other day he was at that stage. Oh, hello. You want more? Oh, he knocked this out so quick. Just like the other day he was at that stage, where he could like leave him on the floor, not worry about him crawling away, and here he is like so close to walking and just like opening all the cabinets all the time. So obviously as this is all happening, I'm still working, checking on my laptop, but sorry about the sounds in the background, that same playing, but yeah, normally every morning I'm still kind of checking my laptop as I'm doing everything else right now. So Giselle's breakfast is made, her lunch is made, I'm packing her lunch bag right now. Zane ate his breakfast, well, one of his breakfast because this kid eats, but I'll make him some more food right now, and my breakfast is just energy drinks, so don't know how healthy that is. Say hi.
Hi. Hey, good job, baby. Yellow.
All right, so we just dropped off Giselle at work. It's now 7:55. I've been working this entire time still. Now we're just gonna go for a walk around outside, right? Normally we drop off Zane at either my parents' house or Giselle's parents' house, but now that they're all retired, they've been going on vacations a lot lately, and for some reason they for some reason plan their vacations at the same time together, so no one to drop him off with. That means he gets to stay with me. So, you having fun? Doesn't look like you're having fun. Alright, let's go for a walk. Where are we going? Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Yeah. We're really lucky where we live, where we have multiple tiny little parks like this, so that we can kind of enjoy, as much of the outdoors as we can before the weather gets crazy. But this is what I basically do when I'm watching Zane. I just let him play as I keep answering Slacks and emails from my phone, and that looks broken. Careful. Now that our morning routine is done, right? Going to the gym, dropping off Giselle, making her breakfast, lunch, all that stuff, making Zane's breakfast and lunch, taking him to the park for a little bit, get him some vitamin D, although it's really cloudy and windy right now. It's about 8:19, so as I've been saying, I've been working this entire time. Now it's time for me to get ready for my meetings, but The thing is, I'm like looking at my calendar, it was like jam-packed, and now like people are just canceling meetings one by one. It feels like productivity has changed a lot since we have our, the news of layoffs. But I don't know. We'll see. I'll be working downstairs here for a little bit next to Zane, keeping him company. And then eventually his aunt is coming, so that'll be nice to get to spend some time with family and then hopefully bond with other people besides me and his mom. And yeah. I feel like I keep saying "and yeah" to end things a lot. Alright, bye. So my wife's sister is here right now watching Zane, so it gives me some time. I don't know if anyone has tips, but he's in his needy stage right now, like kind of has stranger danger. So the second she came up the stairs, he just started crying right away. He knew what was coming up, which is, he's not gonna be with dad. And so it's hard. It's hard to, I don't know why he's like that, because at home, with me at least, like he'll cry like that when a stranger, or not a stranger, like a family member comes and tries to hold him. He'll go crazy. But if you drop him at another house, totally normal. No idea, but this entire time I've been just working on my laptop. We're testing a new feature right now. Lots of Slack messages, a lot of emails, and then I have a couple of meetings coming up. I pushed some of them back because Zane was going crazy. But it's interesting too, because it feels like the whole layoff scare is affecting other sides of our company right now. So a lot of people are either lacking in response all of a sudden, more than usual, or they're really trying to get themselves like out there, get their like name and recognition out there, or get their name out there so they can get some recognition, so they can show that they're like vital and not worthy of getting cut. But so since Zane is successfully sleeping now, I'm gonna head upstairs, finish up some more work, and this is kind of my second caffeine, actually technically third caffeine source of the day, because I take pre-workout in the morning, drink an energy drink, and now a Vietnamese coffee at 10 o'clock. So probably not good for my body, but this is what I need. This is how I survive. And then, yeah, we'll go into some more work details. Hopefully, I can go over the details of what I've been testing and see how it is, because it looks like it was successful. I have everything I need. I believe the images. All right, so that's a couple of meetings done now. Back to testing, back to work. So I guess like today is one of those kind of classic product days where nothing is glamorous, but everything matters, right? We're validating a setting that controls what happens when a customer walks away mid-session. And depending on how it's configured, funds should either return automatically or stay put. So in the product world, the way you test this is by creating the script, right? The engineers do their magic, and then when we go to the actual, testing grounds, we'll basically just test a few scenarios. We create a few scenarios, and during that time, we'll find something called an edge case, something that kind of sticks out that shouldn't happen. Perfect. That gives us, time to take it back to the engineers to, develop. I'm trying to do this without giving away any proprietary information. So like, I'm trying to be as broad and not technical about this description, so that's why it sucks. But essentially, yeah, I mean, we tested it over and over again. We let we're lucky that the engineers were kind of on standby, so they're able to kind of fix things on the fly for us. But essentially, we just ran the same script, meaning we did the same process on our app over and over and over and over and over again until it was done, and it worked. So this is kind of a big deal of a feature that we need to. I have to be careful with the information I give now. We have to be careful with what we're doing on the app because it's financially related, and that involves compliance, some jurisdictional standards you have to follow. So because of that, this feature was created to satisfy one of those jurisdictional rules. And if it's not, satisfied, we can't use this certain product or feature within these jurisdictions. So That's why we did this on the fly and as quick as possible, but it worked out, and hopefully this can move forward with the approval process. But so you might have noticed that my outfit has changed. That's because I have an interview coming up, and I haven't had much time to prep for this, but it's about 17 minutes from now. I don't know. Job market is rough right now, right? Obviously, and I just want to keep my options open, so I'm glad I have this experience, even though I don't want to do it right now, especially after a long day of work and a long day of watching Zane. But the main thing with this is right now what is I'm prepping is the numbers for my company, or at least specifically for the app, because I want to bring those into the interview, right? Especially if I'm going for a senior role, I want to bring senior numbers, right? I don't want to be like, I led this initiative and did this. I want to go in and be like, yeah, here are the specific numbers, right? For my app, for example, there was 22 million sign-ins. Revenue was about 54 million-ish, kind of those kind of numbers. So I want to talk about those kind of things. A lot of what I do too is, I'll take screenshots of data. Well, first I'll do an Excel, I'll do a SQL pull, get the data, throw it into an Excel, and then, visualize it in a way that makes sense to me, and then throw that into ChatGPT and have ChatGPT create a summary or a story based off of it. So I gave it some lifetime numbers of the app since I've taken it over, and the specific numbers that I pulled, are specific metrics that I made sure I ran a query for, and that's kind of how I wanted to pull from that data to create a story for me. So like right now it's telling me, starting with scale, show the funnel, and then go into business usage, not just, okay, that's not, I probably won't use a lot of this actually, this is pretty bad. Be careful with how you use AI sometimes, but some of this information might be helpful, a lot of it isn't, but we'll go from there. I guess the next time I'll talk to you guys is after this, so let's see how bad it goes, because I did not have time to prepare. All right, so we just finished up with that interview. It was kind of interesting, kind of weird. I'm not sure how, I guess over time I'll process it as more of it kind of settles in, because I just finished it like literally just now. But I don't know. It's with a company that I worked for previously, actually. It's one of the first companies that I worked for that broke me into this industry. I try not to give away personal information. So I know that company has certain issues, but my time there was enjoyable. So while I'm not like hyper fixated on getting the role, I'm curious to see if I can get it, but I wouldn't mind working there. But my kid is crying right now, so I'm gonna go chill with him. But yeah. All right, another outfit change, but this time we're picking up Giselle from work. It's 4:06 officially. Hopefully that kind of gives a picture of what my life looks like as a product manager. And we still got a couple more hours of day, but Zane's just chilling in the back. Are you sucking on your toe? Zane, can you say hi? Hi. Hi. That ain't good enough. Alright, well, we're gonna pick her up. Then she has class at 5, so after class, I guess is when we actually hang out. For now, it's just taking her home, and I'll probably prep dinner while that happens. And yeah. Again, I'm ending with and yeah. And now we're home, and Giselle is in class, and Zane is eating ramen. Also, what's everyone's thoughts on TV? We saw a study the other day that said like kids average, like before 2 years old, average over 8 hours. So, I mean, Zane's nowhere near close to that, hopefully, because we're not like iPad parents yet. We'll see as he gets older. But right now, like, he watches Miss Rachel probably, that's it actually. And he only does that for like maybe 30 minutes a day, if that at all. but we generally don't watch TV with it. We don't even keep the TV on really, or if anything, we play music a lot for him. He loves Taylor Swift. I did. All right, so it's dinner time. Probably can't hear me because the air fryer's on, but making some wings. Oh, what a cutie! Look at this. All right, so dinner, air fried wings, rice, bean salad. Let's go. So it's 6:35. I'm not wearing any pants right now, and I am back at work. Well, not back at work. There's some things I like to do on Mondays that I didn't get to do today because of all the distractions with the interview, prepping for interview, taking care of Zane, because normally Zane's at my in-laws' house or my parents' house, so having him here with me while working was a fun little mess. But anyways, there's a couple other things I need to do, so here I am. But the main thing is, on Mondays I'd like to make sure our sprint, which starts and kicks off every Wednesday, that we prioritize all the tickets on Monday night so that, Tuesday we can refine them. Which, this sounds all technical, but what I'm saying is basically there's a bunch of tickets, that we create and kind of queue up, prioritize. So that's the point of this, is that I need to now prioritize and send my notes.
How was your day?
Good. How was your day? How did work go? Do you want to say hi to everyone?
Good. Hi, everyone.
There's like only 3 people that watch these videos, by the way.
Hi,
And
everything people.
one of them's your mom.
Hi, Mommy. Oh, baby.
Oh, okay, sorry.
He's a bit needy today. Say hi. Hi, everybody.
We caught you on camera.
I'm a needy boy.
Now you're quiet.
I'm a needy boy. Hi, everyone. Okay.
Here you go. Hold this while mommy talks.
Hello. Did you have a good day?
Yeah, how was your day? How did work go?
Work was good. It was busy, and I was in the ER all day, and then I came home and then taught my pediatric class. It's the first day of the summer semester.
Oh yeah, you're a teacher too, huh?
I'm an instructor, teacher, professor, whatever you'd like to call us.
Well, this is the day, a Monday for us. We're going to Cali in a few weeks, or a few weeks. I'm tired. We're going in a few days.
We're going in a few days.
Our vacation, so I'm excited.
Yay!
But,
my birthday.
Yeah.
And Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be fun, huh?
Yep.
Fun. We haven't been to Disney in a while, Zane. Since
Right.
Tokyo Disney.
Wow. Will it be the same, do you think?
No, it's gonna be different.
All right then.
Our first time back at Disney since Tokyo Disney.
Oh, sorry. All right then. That's the sign. Good night.
Night night.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.